Back, everyone. I am excited about bringing on my next guest. He's never been on with me, so I got a newbie here.
Hello.
I have with me Brett Hoffman, and he's the owner of Green Peaks Planning. Welcome to the show.
Glad to be here.
I tell you something, when we have a financial advisor here, you could be talking literally forever because there's so many things that you do when you help people.
That's right.
I would like for you first to tell everybody about yourself and what you do, and then we're going to kind of find out a little bit more by diving a little bit deeper.
Yeah, thanks. I'm Brett. I'm the owner of Green Peaks Planning. My financial advisor, financial planner, been in the business for about 16 years, and we really help people reach their financial dreams. We're not really just stock pickers. We really offer a wide variety of assistance to help people in all areas of their finance.
Now, I want you to tell everybody a little bit about what makes Green Peaks Planning different.
That's a great question. So there's really three things that set us apart. The first thing is that we are an independent fiduciary, and so that's important because we don't sell any products. We are a fee-only firm. So really clients just say that the advice just feels different. It's more candid. The second thing that sets us apart is that we build custom portfolios. So once we understand what's most important to a client, what their goals are, we break the mold, so to speak, and we form a custom portfolio designed to reach their needs. While most of the brokerage industry builds model portfolios, and you do a risk tolerance questionnaire and they put you in one of 7 models, we actually build a custom model for every one of our clients. And then the third thing that sets us apart is that we're a comprehensive planner. So it's more than just picking a portfolio. We actually review the client's tax returns. We make sure their estate planning's in order. We do retirement projections. We make sure they have adequate levels of insurance. So we bring really all areas of a client's financial life together to create massive value for our clients.
Well, you told me a few things before we came on air that also make you a little different.
Yes.
Okay? Number one is that he's mobile.
Right.
So you come right to them, right? In person?
Exactly. So yeah, we're right here in the valley, but we come right to you. So you don't have to brave the traffic. We'll come right to you in your home, really, and build a custom plan for you. We do a free consultation. So yeah, we're remote, and then also we have some clients that just want to meet on the phone, or they want to do Zoom meetings. So really, we have the ability to serve wherever you are, and we'll come right to you.
He's even nationwide.
Yes.
So that's another thing. And you said that you even will come to people in face-to-face nationwide.
Yeah, actually, just a few months ago, we visited some clients in South Carolina. We have a lot of clients in Nebraska as well. I go to Nebraska every month, so we have the ability to really serve clients in every state.
Now, what's really cool too is some other things about him. Number one, he's A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and he does free consultations. And you've got a 3-step approach, which we're going to talk about. But also, we want people to check out his reviews on Google as well. And you can write his number down, which is 623-256-7167. And the website is greenpeaksplanning.com. What do you mean by a 3-step approach?
That's a great question. So we work a little bit differently than most advisors do. So we have an established process, and the first step that we do is we really just get to know you by an initial consultation. So we're going to ask about your goals and what's most important to you. After that process, and where we spent time understanding what you're really trying to accomplish, the second step is we're going to have you provide a list of documents to us. And the list is fairly extensive. We review the client's tax returns, all of your investments, any debt statements that you have, and insurance, right? Even your 401k at work. So that way we have no stones left unturned approach where we really understand in depth every area and aspect of your financial life. So, and then the third step is we prepare what we call a 1-page financial plan. and this is no cost, and we really boil everything down into one single page of written actionable advice that's yours to keep, and that's if you hire us or not. We spend about 10 hours per plan on it. And I started this approach about 2 years ago because most clients, when they hire financial advisors, they kind of have to hope they pick the right guy, and the risk is really on them. But I turn that around. The risk is on us to prove our value and to demonstrate that up front. So that way you have written advice and you've spent time with me. So any client that really hires us, there's no guesswork. We take that out of the process.
I think that, and it's very important. I mean, when you think about it, and I've seen this happen, because my ex-mother-in-law, she had a portfolio, and there was someone that was working with her, and he wasn't calling very often. That's something to be worried about, right?
Yeah. A lot of people don't know when is my advisor going to call. We have an established process for that too, that every single quarter we reach out to every one of our clients, and we even send them a custom email letting them know exactly what what we're doing on their portfolio, how they're tracking performance-wise, and hey, you talked about updating your trust, we never got that done, or I noticed you didn't have that beneficiary change done that you said that you wanted. So every quarter we're doing that, and then on top of that, we're scheduling semi-annual reviews with every client. So we do that in March. So I've been very busy this month, and in October. So we want to do tax planning. We want to make sure that if we can save you any money by contributing to your 401k or IRA. So there's 6 touch points where every client, regardless of how much money that you have, that we're providing that valuable service and reaching out to you.
It makes sense that you just said something that came to my mind. A lot of people think that when you're working with a financial planner, you got to have a lot of money. What are your thoughts on that?
No, yeah, that's a common misconception. So we have clients that have around $500 all the way up to clients that have $5 million plus with us, and everywhere in between. And at our firm, Green Peaks Planning, we're not afraid to really work with anybody at any dollar amount as long as they're really serious about investing.
I think the main thing is that you have all of your ducks in a row, to say it that way. So because when you're going to retire, so many people, what's the one thing they're worried about?
Retirement is can I retire and running out of money? They
Yeah.
want to make sure they can have money for the rest of their life, and also money to give to their kids, money to leave.
Yeah, wouldn't that be very nice? And I think it's important that you have somebody that you can trust, and I think what you do is bring that all out in the open, and you're giving them everything, honestly. I mean, that one-page financial plan is pretty unbelievable, right?
Yeah, you might have to pay $2,500 plus to get that done at the level we do it. Very few advisors are going to ask for your tax return and have an attorney review, for no cost, review all your trust, your wills. That's what we do before you even hire us.
So I think that's incredible. His phone number is 623-256-7167. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. He does free consultations. He's mobile. He comes to you whether you're here in Arizona or anywhere in the nation. But he also can work with you Zoom, on the phone, many different ways. And he's here really, I think what I love that you do too, is that this is a custom portfolio to meet your needs. And right off the bat, his 3-prong approach, or whatever you want to say, his 3-step approach is that he's here to help you get to the point where you're going to find out how much you trust him. And I'm sure a lot of people do.
Absolutely. There's a high degree, if you do the plan with us, that we're going to earn your business because we provided that value up front.
And he wants you to go to Google and check out his reviews as well. Again, I think that to have a what you called a one-page financial plan, which normally would cost people a ton of money, he's doing this for you for free, so you can see what he's like. He's showing you exactly, coming right up front. I love that part about what you do. Nobody does that. A fiduciary, it's a fee-only firm. All of these things are important. He's what you call a comprehensive planner. And the phone number again is 623 256-7167. Again, this is a free consultation. It starts with that. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's someone you know. He says he works with people with $500. You know, it doesn't matter where you at. It's where you want to go, and especially for people who, you know, they want to retire. They want to know whether they can.
Absolutely.
That's the first thing, right?
Yeah.
And I bet you people that think they can't.
We'll let you know.
We're going to go on a break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk further. Again, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, 623-256-7167. It's greenpeaksplanning.com. Okay, we're going to keep on talking in here right now, and then afterwards we can talk.
Good.
So did you like that?
Yeah, I really like that.
Good, okay. And we're gonna kind of go even deeper somehow. I like to kind of do that with people, and I'll tell you what I mean afterwards. Do you do seminars? Not really?
Not, yeah.
Okay,
No.
okay. That's okay. Some people do, some people don't. And I asked you that for another reason, but let's go talk a little bit about the tax-free retirement.
Yeah. It's a big
Okay.
part of what we do is tax planning.
Okay, so it
Tax
doesn't.
planning and tax preparation are two totally different things.
Okay, we're gonna talk about
Just
that.
because you can prepare, so we don't prepare taxes, we plan.
Okay. And you said tax planning and what?
And tax preparation are two totally different things.
We're gonna talk about this, okay? And right now, there's a lot of people that, you know, are doing this from last year. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna hear what you do and why you do what you do.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
okay. And you say you do a lot of that. Why?
Well, that's why I started the firm is Green Peaks Planning, is because a lot of advisors focused on just the portfolio, getting that to the green. But we realize that there's multiple areas of a client's life, like estate planning, like taxes, that we want to get into the green. So that's why I founded the firm. Is I didn't
Okay.
want to be just Brett, the advisor that can make a portfolio grow, and anybody can do that these days. We
I'm
want to
glad
make
you
sure
said
that
this.
all the other aspects are taken care of, and I think that's what draws people the most to us, is that we get clients ask us tax questions, or, hey, can you look at my tax return, which we review for clients. So we do a lot of tax planning work, and I even took a job as a tax preparer, so I'd understand taxes better for our clients.
That's awesome.
So when I owned the firm, I just decided to take a job to do that. So
Well, I think that's a good thing, you know, because then you understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
And it makes it more clear for you, for each person, I'm sure.
I think a lot of clients that we talk with, it's like an orchestra without a conductor, where they have a lot of good parts, but there's really no one to bring it all together. And that's what we do. We bring every aspect together, so that, and when that happens, the clients reap massive rewards of value.
And when you work with somebody, let's say they have their own CPA.
Yeah.
Okay, you connect, like, you know, so that
Of
you even had
course.
a conversation with them or something.
Yeah, we work with their CPA, or if they don't have one, we have CPAs that we know and trust,
Mhm.
that we can work with them. We don't receive any revenue, that's what's nice about it. We're just really here to,
Connect. It's okay. Don't
Connect.
worry, I got it.
yeah.
Welcome back. And hi to everybody there on Facebook. Well, at the break, you know, again, we always talk, and I love that because I get to know all my clients even a little bit better. And you said something that I wrote down, and I want you to tell them what you mean, because the name of your business is called Green Peaks Planning.
Yeah.
Where's the green? What does it mean?
Yeah, so I made the firm several years ago because I wanted to be different than most planners, in that most advisors or brokers, they really just focus on getting a decent portfolio built. And while that's great, that's only one part that we want to have in the green. There's areas like, hey, how can we have a tax-free retirement, save a bunch of money on taxes? What about our estate planning? What about our risk management? Are we properly insured? So really, we saw that clients are kind of like an orchestra without a conductor, and that they have a lot of good pieces, but it's not brought together. So we want to make sure that every area of your financial life is in the green. A great portfolio, a great estate plan, a tax plan that saves you a bundle of money in retirement, so we're not leaving the IRS a tip. Things like that. That's why I made the firm green, Peaks Planning, so every area is in the green.
Tell them why fee-only firm is good.
Yeah, so most advisors are what they call fee-based, and so it means that they charge typically a percentage of what they manage, but they also sell commissionable products. That's not all bad, but when there's a commission at stake, it can potentially bring in more room for some potential conflicts of interest.
Mm-hmm.
So we just wanted to take that off the table. So the advice that we give, like, we don't sell any products. I think that's important. We're a small subset of advisors that sells no commissions. So our clients never have to worry that I'm giving them an advice where, hey, I'm getting a trip to Hawaii, or I'm getting an extra $500 because of it. So that's why having a fee only firm like us, it can be advantageous.
Now again, for somebody that might just have tuned in, what the page that you have, the one-page financial plan, and why you do that real quick.
Yeah, so we offer a complimentary one-page financial plan, and the thought process behind that is that most clients just pick an advisor and kind of hope they got the right guy, but we want to make sure that when you make a choice to hire us or not hire us, that it's well informed, that there's no guesswork. So we actually, it's a try before you buy approach.
I love it.
Before you consider hiring us, before you sign on the contract, before you pay a single red cent, let us work for you. Let us serve you. Let us create a plan, boil it down into just one simple page of actionable advice that we're liable for, that we'll stand behind and give to you.
And this is something that you're not even paying for.
Yeah.
And so
Nothing to sign. Yeah.
He's giving you everything right out on the table about what he's all about.
Yeah, exactly. You're essentially getting client service as a client without any risk on your end. The onus is on us to prove our value, and I tell clients, please don't hire me unless you feel that the value that you're going to receive exceeds the cost you pay. And
I think that's what's so wonderful. A lot of people don't think this, and I think this is kind of where you're coming from with that, is less is more. That's what I do. I would rather come out, and like you said, he's coming out to show you exactly who he is, what he's all about. He's going to do this retirement plan page for you. It's one page, basically working 10 hours on it, right?
Yes.
And giving you what he's showing you, his proof of value.
Absolutely.
And I think that's awesome. And you could either, obviously, you're going to decide whether you do or not, but more than likely you're going to like it.
Most clients end up hiring us, but even if not, the advice is written, it's actionable, and we stand behind it. And we've had clients that didn't hire us right away, and 3 months later goes by, they didn't throw the plan away, and it was on a green sheet of paper, and they came and found me, and they hired us because we provided that value up front.
His phone number is 623-256-7167. He's mobile, so he comes to you nationwide, no matter where you are, but he can also work if you want on Zoom or on the phone as well. His website is Green Peaks with an S planning.com. He does these free consultation, A+ rated with a Better Business Bureau. He's been doing this for 16 years. Check him out. Check out the reviews on Google. Now let's go back to taxes, because you said to me tax planning is one of the big part of what you do.
Yeah, so there's two types. There's tax preparation, which is what people are doing now. They're preparing and filing their taxes. Then there's tax planning, and they're two totally separate, different things. So we do a lot, although we don't prepare taxes, we have CPAs that do that, that have their own independent firms. We just work with them. But we actually do tax planning. And so tax planning is, hey, what can we do today to save us money down the road and to lower our tax bill at retirement, or to lower the tax bill on the heirs you want to pass down. So a lot of our conversations are figuring out, hey, can we do something this year, this quarter, to save you a bundle of money down the road. And a big part of that is with the Roth IRAs that we do, saving tax. As far as even in the employee, if you're having a 401k at work at your retirement plan, a lot of times I'll go in and people are contributing to the traditional 401k, which they'll pay taxes on later. So you're kicking a bigger can down the road. All your money is growing that you're putting in, and then when you pull out retirement, that you're paying full boat tax on that. Versus there's a Roth 401k that's available in most plans where you can put money in and it grows completely federal tax free and state tax free at retirement. So, if you get to retirement and you have $500,000 saved or $1 million saved, in every dollar you pull out you pay taxes on, versus our clients, if we get there they have $500 or $1 million plus saved, that's all tax free. That's a totally different retirement picture.
And you know what? That's what you worry about. I asked you, what's the number one thing that people call you and say that they're worried about?
Is not making sure they can make it through retirement, not running out of money.
We're not running out of money.
Yes.
Right. And there's people that think that you need to have a lot of money when you work with a financial advisor. That's not what it's all about.
No.
But what I love about him the most, he's going to let you find out all about him. He's transparent completely. And he's helping you see, and this is something that you can actually even use with this one-page financial plan, that you can literally use it, that if you hire him, you do, if you don't, but most people do, because they love, I think that being so upfront
Right.
with everything is really just phenomenal.
Absolutely. I talk with most clients and you actually want to review my tax return? My other advisor didn't want to do that. It's we want to review your tax return. We want to make sure that, you're properly insured. We've had clients that have, had very high net worths and had minimal car insurance, and that's a big risk to your plan. You can have a great portfolio, a great estate plan, but if there's a gap in your insurance, you get in a car wreck and they garnish your wages or God forbid, take some of your savings just because you could have had an umbrella policy that would have cost you a few $100s a year to satisfy. We just want to make sure that our clients, that every area is protected in their life, that they can only retire confident, but that nothing will come and derail that process.
He wants you to be in the green.
I want you, in the green peaks.
In the green.
Every area in the green.
So again, that phone number is 623-256-7167. He does these free consultations. He comes to you, and he can either come to you nationwide, or you can do it over the phone or through Zoom. He wants you to check out his reviews on Google, and he also wants you to go to his website, which is greenpeaks.planning.com. One of the other things that I did ask you, do you actually, let's say the person has their own CPA.
Right.
And I said, do you actually, call them and get in touch with them and kind of work hand in hand with them as well? And what did you say?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to work with your CPA. If you have a great tax person, we want to know them. We want to communicate with them, so that way the right hand knows what the left hand's doing. If there's tax opportunity, we want to be able to take advantage of it.
I think the worst thing is when you have to go, whatever you said, then they have to go to the other person's office, and then it really doesn't really work well, because you got to know what everybody's doing, right?
That's right.
And it's important, because then it makes everybody, upfront with everything.
Absolutely.
Right?
Bringing everything together really helps, and bringing these things together adds a tremendous amount of value to the
Having
client.
it under one roof is also important. Again, he's fee-only firm. He's an independent fiduciary. He's been doing this for 16 years. He's A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. He would love for you to check out his website, which is greenpeaksplanning.com, and his phone number is 623-256-7167. It's greenpeaksplanning.com. Hold on tight, he's gonna come in and turn that off.